What's up, guys? Today we're going to go over the most powerful caster build in the game, the Light Sorc. So I have to admit something. I don't really like Lightning Sorcs. I never have, but that doesn't change the fact that they're hands down the best Sorc spec for clearing most content. Although, Lightning Sorcs are really expensive to gear, so please keep this in mind. You can easily find relatively cheap gear to hit 200% threshold for Magic Find, but to high-end game gear a Light Sorc, you just need to be rich, and that's a fact. So recently I got the complaint that I have never played this game before, so I thought I'd explain a few things in the light build as to why these items are used and why people choose to use these over others. Let's start off with the stats. This time, for one, I want to let people know that these are default 99 template characters that I used on version 1.13c. We all remember this wonderful day. Not only did we get the respecs in 1.13, we also didn't have to worry about the pesky Iron Maiden curse doing chaos runs. So anyways, what we need to do is be able to equip our Spirit Monarch, which is a 156 strength requirement. Now please remember I'm not using torches or anties in these guides, so once obtained, most people respec so they can remove some points from strength to add to vitality. Anyways, 156 strength is what we need to get the rest of our points into vitality. We don't put any in dexterity and none in energy. So, as you can see here, I like to go for 144 strength. Then the rest of the points I put into vitality for 381. Again, this is at level 99. So, now let's go over our skills. So since this is a 99 character, we have a few extra points to work with, but let's go over the basic things we need. 3 skills max is what you're shooting for by the time you hit level 80. Our primary focus is what you guessed it, lightning. So as you can see, our synergies are Charge Bolt, Nova, and Chain Lightning. Here you can see I have all 3 synergies maxed, including Mastery. Now Lightning Mastery is incredibly important, so this is one of 3 skills that should be maxed by the time you level 80. Most people, by the time they hit 80, have already maxed Lightning, Chain Lightning, and Mastery, with their points in Telekinesis and Teleport, of course. So our other important spells that we put 1 point in are Static Field, Telekinesis, because this is a prereq for our Teleport. We put 1 in Energy Shield, 1 in Frozen Armor, and of course we put a point in the Warmth. Energy Shield and Frozen Armor are the 2 buffs we have active at all times. And Energy Shield, Frozen Armor, and Warmth all benefit way more with the plus skills gear. So, let's move on to the gear in this guide. We're not going to go over our entire Magic Find set. If you want to know more, you can go and watch the Blizzstorm video I just posted to see what we used in there to get an idea of what you want to hunt out for your own Magic Finding set. This gear I have used on past Light Sorcs and what a lot of people opt to use. Please remember, I don't have access to GG crafted ammies, rings, belts, nor do I have GG rares for that. So let's start off with the helmets. We have 3 different options here. First option is Nightwings. I bet a few people here are wondering why Nightwings. This is because it gives +2 to all skills and half freeze duration. It also gives a good bit of defense. So people like using Nightwings so they don't feel pressured to use a Ravenfrost. I personally do not choose to use Nightwings. I like to choose COA, the Crown of Ages. Now, this Crown of Ages only has 1 socket, so we're going to ignore it. But you have options if you have 2 sockets, a double burr, 2 light dyes. It depends what you want and not what people expect you to have. Double burr is great because of the added damage reduction that stacks with it on this helmet already. So let's talk about why I like the COA. Even though it has a super high strength requirement, you can easily obtain this with the other gear that in my opinion is perfect for the build. COA has +1 to all skills, a good chunk of resistances, but what I'm looking for is the faster hit recovery, and this helps us hit our 6th breakpoint for faster hit recovery, which is 86%, 7 frames for Sorcs. Our third option would be the Griffin's Eye. There's no denying that this helmet is the most used for Light Sorcs. +1 to all skills, 25% FCR, -20% to enemy light resistance, and 20% skill damage, and a big chunk of defense. But we already meet our lightning breakpoint for FCR, so I choose not to use this bad boy so we can hit both FCR and FHR breakpoints. And in case you didn't know, Lightning Sorcs have totally different FCR breakpoints than your normal breaks for Sorcs. And they're only different breakpoints for Lightning and Chain Lightning. So, moving on to our weapon of choice. It's easy, it's a Shooter's Temper. +3 to skills, 40% faster cast rate, which helps us hit that break, and 20% lightning skill damage. Now, if you want to help your resistances, you choose the Heart of the Oak Rune Word. It gives us our faster cast rate to hit the break, +3 to skills as well, and instead of 20% lightning skill damage, it gives us plus to all resistances. So we just sacrifice a little damage for more survivability. Our shield is Spirit Shield and the Monarch. Now this is why we need 156 strength. This is still my go-to for all sorts, especially for light, because it helps us hit 2 different breakpoints. Without this shield, we wouldn't come near to hitting 2 different breaks. +2 to all skills, 35% FCR, 55% faster hit recovery. It gives us vitality, mana, big chunks of cold lightning and poison resistance. The gloves of choice are Mage Fist. Again, I don't have crafted ones to show, and I don't really like to have any other unique besides Mage Fist. It gives us +1 to fire skills, which adds to warmth. It gives us 20% faster cast rate. It also gives us 25% mana regen. So, here come the rings. So, personally, I like running a Raven Frost. This is solely for the purpose of never being frozen. My second ring, which helps us hit that breakpoint again, has faster cast rate, a stat, and a bit of cold resistance. Typically, this is what you'd look for in a rare ring. For the boots, we have Sandstorms. This boot helps us hit our strength requirement for COA and our breakpoint for faster hit recovery. Always try to get an F version of these for extra defense, as it does repair 1 durability every 20 seconds, aka it never breaks. Now for our amulet, the most controversial choice in every build. Since I do not have a GG amulet, crafted or rare, I opt to choose Mara's for the skills and survivability, being the all resistances. This is a perfect Mara's. This would be super expensive in any league, late game. If you don't care about the all resistances, you can opt to use a Talrash's. Really doesn't matter. A Talrash's would give you +2 to skills. It would give you a flat mana and energy. Or, I'm sorry, a flat life and energy. So, again, for our belt, we want to go for the best in slot, which is the Resurrected Mesh. It's the best caster belt aside from GG crafted ones. It gives us +1 to skills and 20% FCR. So in total, we have 125% FCR, which is enough to hit our 12 frame breakpoint for light sorcs. We also have 105% faster hit recovery, which is enough to hit our 7 frame breakpoint for sorcs. I'll link both the faster cast rate and the faster hit recovery breakpoint tables in the description below. Now for magic finding, I'd personally go for the FCR breakpoint. And remember, teleporting and lightning skills are 2 different breakpoint tables. I'll specify the list in the description below. Now let's talk about our merc. First thing, I don't have a G-face and I don't have a socket in my F-Andes, but I will explain a few things. For your mercs, you always want to try and go for the F armor and weapons because you do not lose durability on items equipped to your merc. So F armor and weapons will be relatively more expensive, the bases, but it'll be worth it. The ethereal armor has extra defense and the F damage or F weapons have extra damage. I don't have an F base force. I also don't have an E-bug base into the videos because I personally don't think that they're making in the Resurrected. So, Infinity, if you do not have mana problems, is my go-to weapon of choice. The reason being is because 1, Conviction Aura reduces enemies' resistances, and 2, Infinity lowers the enemy's lightning resistance even more by 55%. And it has a 40% chance of crushing blow. Inside an ethereal cryptic axe, it does crazy amount of damage. This is why I also chose it in my Blizzstorm video, because we opted to go Thunderstorm and Blizzard. So, if you made it this far, thanks for watching. I really appreciate all the support with these couple videos. With the recent announcement of Resurrected, you can expect me to start streaming Diablo 2 over on twitch.tv/fluffyamigotv. I'll put the link on screen and in the description below. There's more to come in the Diablo Resurrected prep series I have planned, so don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and comment down below with any suggestions or maybe things I forgot or just to chat. I always reply and I look at each comment, so thank you and until next time.
Yes.